Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys saw on my Instagram today, I am cooking. I did a creamy garlic chicken today with 3 chicken breasts. As you can see right here, I am splitting them. So each chicken breast, I thinned them out. I got about 3 pieces from each. So it can cook faster, and it can be for more people, or just have leftovers. Now we will be using salt and pepper, garlic, lemon, Parmesan, the Carnation milk, and the butter. Now, right here, I already put salt and pepper. And now here, I'm prepping my pan. I put 1 tablespoon of butter, and now I'm gonna arrange my chicken so that most of it fit at once. And I put all of them. I think only 1 piece was missing, and I squeezed it in after the chicken got small. Now I'm also going to show you guys how I do my creamy mashed potatoes that my husband loves. So I cut up about 4 or 5 potatoes. I had water heating up, so I put salt in it to give them a little flavor. I like to peel them and cut them before actually boiling. That way it's easier for me to go ahead and mash them up at the end. Right here, I'm showing you guys that the chicken has already cooked. I let it cook for maybe about 15-20 minutes. I didn't want it too grilled. I did want it a little bit soft. And now this is an important part. You have to thoroughly clean your pan because we're going to make the sauce for the creamy garlic sauce now. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to melt that a bit. So it looks like a lot, but it was pretty decent amount. Now we're gonna add garlic. I chopped up about 6 garlic cloves, and I think that was pretty enough for the 3 chicken breasts that I did. And we're gonna go ahead and cook that a little bit. Let the butter melt, and just make sure until you start smelling the garlic and the butter more, then that means that's good enough. And then as you can see, now it's simmering a bit. Now that the garlic and the butter are simmering, we're gonna go ahead and add 1 can of Carnation. The recipe calls for either half and half or Carnation. I didn't have half and half. I happen to have a Carnation, so I went ahead and used that. We're going to let that simmer for a bit. Now right here, you're going to put salt and pepper to taste. I think I put a little bit too much salt this time, because keep in mind you're going to be adding Parmesan. The Parmesan is salty as it is, so don't go ahead and add too much, because then it's going to be too salty in the end. So here, just eyeball your pepper. It's to taste just like the salt. We're going to mix that in a little bit, and just you're going to stir occasionally. We're going to bring that up to a simmer slash boil. As you can see here, it was boiling up a little bit. Just mixed it around a little bit more, and now we're gonna go ahead and add our Parmesan cheese. The recipe calls for 1/4. I honestly didn't even measure anything this time around. I just poured in whatever I thought was going to be good for our dinner, since the recipe I think was for 4 or 5 chicken breasts. I only did 3, as you guys saw earlier. And just pouring in my case, I just poured in the rest of the Parmesan that I had, and I mixed it really well. It was clumpy at first, but after you mixed it and the heat came through, it started melting. So right there, the cheese was completely melted. Just mixed it up a little bit. When I was mixing it right here, it did feel a little bit thicker. Now we're going to add green spinach. I only did about a handful. That was more than enough for the 3 chicken breasts. And it gives it a little nice green touch. You can't even really taste it once you're eating it, but it's a healthy addition to the actual dish since it's very buttery. So we're gonna mix that in until it starts wilting a little bit, o que se vea bien cocida. Then we're gonna go ahead and add our chicken right back into our pan. But for now, we're just gonna go ahead and mix it around a bit. The spinach cooks fairly fast, so it's not gonna take much, maybe a minute or 2, and then we're gonna go ahead and add that chicken right back into our pan. Alright, and here we come with our chicken. Just the chicken's already fully cooked. You really don't need to keep it on the fire or the stove much longer, just so it can go ahead and mix in with the sauce and absorb the flavors, which it was so good, you guys. So right here, just organizing the chicken to make it look cute. And keep in mind, taste the sauce at this point to make sure that there's enough flavor in the actual sauce. Now here we're going back into the mashed potatoes. They've already boiled, they're soft enough. I picked them up with the fork. That's how I can tell when they're good. I strained them and put them back into the hot pot they came from. Now I like adding cream cheese to my mashed potatoes because it gives it such a creamy and like a thick substance into it. They're kind of thick. So in this case, since it was only like 4 or 5 potatoes, I only did half of the cream cheese and I added like a little tiny bit more since I wanted them a little bit more thicker. Now I went ahead and added, I think it was about 2 or 3 butter teaspoons. Yeah, I think it was about 2.5. And again, it's to taste. Now just with the cream cheese and the butter, I'm gonna go ahead and mash it all up together. The flame is off. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of milk. Now I probably added, you know, I honestly eyeballed it. I don't even know how much I added, but it's whatever you think is gonna be enough. Don't add too much. Add a little bit first, because if you add too much, it's gonna be too runny and you do not want that. So I went ahead and just mixed everything all up together, and that's it, you guys. You pretty much just add salt to taste. So that's it for today's recipes. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching.